Get started with Adobe Spark, you want to go to spark.adobe.com, and then you're going to log in with either a Google account or you can make one with Adobe, whatever you want. After you do that, though, it'll take you to your projects. So as you can see, I already have a couple of projects set up, but I am going to go over how to make these 3 different project types that Spark offers. So to get started, you want to click the yellow plus, and then it gives you these options. You can make a post, which is something like a graphic, a page, which is more like a web page that I'm going to go over in more detail later, or actually an video. So to start, I'm going to talk about how to make a post. Once you click post, it'll take you here, and they have a bunch of really great templates that you can use depending on what you're trying to achieve, or you can also, if you want, start from scratch. So I'm going to do start from scratch. So the first thing you want to do is give it a title. So if you have your students make a project, you might have them title it with whatever is relevant to their project, or if as a teacher you're trying to make something, say I want to make a reminder that picture day is coming up. I might say picture day. And another feature that is really, really useful is Adobe Spark will actually size your graphic based on where you tell it you will be posting it. This is nice if you already know exactly where your graphic is going. So say you know that it's going to get posted to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever it is. And if you go under more sizes, you can actually be more specific if it's something like you're posting it to your Instagram story or it's going to be your Facebook header or something like that. They will size the graphic accordingly, which is really useful because it makes sure that your image quality is going to be the best that it can for whatever platform you're using. I'm just going to leave it on the default Instagram and hit continue. So from here, they have a ton of different options. And the first is design, which is basically how your image looks. So they give you a ton to choose from. So let's say I just pick this one. You just select it and click done, and it'll change it. And this is basically changing not this background image, but you'll see that this text here adjusted to look like it does here. So that's what's getting changed when you change this stuff. In order to change your background, you want to go to background. And then from here, you can actually put filters on the photo if you want to. If this obviously isn't the image I would want to use, you just go up to replace. I could upload a more appropriate photo. And then from there, I can put a filter on it. When they say adjust, it lets you pick how zoomed in you are and stuff. Or I could just use a plain color. And you'll see that they have suggested colors for me here. That's because Adobe actually allows you to choose a palette, which is nice because they have all these colors that work well together that are predetermined for you. And after you pick a palette, you just click done. Next is layout. You can choose, so I only have one image here, but if I added more images, you can see I could choose how I want those 3 images to be represented. Margin changes how big your margin is on the outside, and spacing changes how much space is actually in between your images. Magic layout means that Spark will adjust your text and stuff accordingly so that it fits best with whichever of the layouts you chose. If you go to resize, you can also, again, change. So say I had picked Instagram earlier, but I didn't want that. I can go scroll through here and pick something more appropriate. Last thing is text. And here you can add text. So if I wanted to add text here, I can just click. Well, this allows me to change my font, but if I went to add, then I can add text. So let's say I wanted to say it's going to be on June 1st. When I save it, then it does this, and you can resize it by clicking and dragging, and I could move where it is, and it will snap it into place, which is really nice, so that way you know it's centered. But when you're editing your actual text that you have, if you select your text, this changes your fonts and what it looks like. You can also change shape, color, again, font, the alignment, spacing, all kinds of stuff. If you ever need to delete something, just select it and then click trash can, delete, and it's gone. So once you're finished with your graphic and it looks the way you want it to, you would go up to share, and it'll save your post, and then it gives you a couple different things to do. So one, you can give it a title, category, which isn't like totally necessary, obviously, for what you guys are doing. And then it allows you to download it, so I could actually download this image to my computer, and then I'll have it to use however I want. So that is how to make a post. Now I'm going to go back to my project so I can talk about how to make new. Now I'm going to talk about how to make a page, which is in the middle. You click the blue plus. Get rid of this. So the way that a Spark page works is you basically add in titles and different blocks of text and information, images and stuff, and then when it's presented to someone, they can scroll through it, and all the information is presented chronologically, so in that order that you presented it. So say I had a student doing a presentation about space. They might make a space Adobe Spark presentation. You click to add a title, and they might say space. And then they can add subtitles if they want. Might say sun, planets, moons, and more. I don't know. So right now, this is all that it looks like. If I ever need to change my theme, which you're probably going to want to do pretty early on, lets you change, what your font will look like, your subtitles, all that kinds of stuff. So let's say this was the theme I settled on. From here now, I might want to add more. So you can upload photos, or you can actually search for photos. You'd like find photos. They will give you photos, and it's really nice because you'll see it has a Creative Commons license, so you'll make sure that you're using fair use images. So as you scroll down, you would just select more and more things. Let's say, I added in this image. It'll change my background, and then you'll see it says scroll to start writing your story, because the way that you edit it actually works the same way that you would use it, which is where as you're scrolling down, that's where you add more things. So you see this first plus. Now you can add in photos, like I just said up there. You can add in text. So say I had them start off with a short little write-up about what space is. You can add something like a button, which I'll show you guys what that is. It's just something like this, and then you can change what it is, and it basically provides a link. So say they wanted to include a link to the Mars Rover Twitter account. They could add a Mars Rover Twitter account. They would link it here, and then that button. As they're scrolling through, they could say, now check out what the Mars Rover is up to. Something like that. You can also add, you can embed a video if you want, photos, or what they call a glide show, which is basically different images that you would slide through. So those are the main things that you can add in, and then as you add them, you would just keep scrolling through, and eventually you would have your entire thing. And just like we did earlier with share, when you click it, it will give you this, and then it will actually give you a link, which once I filled all of this out, it would create the link, and then it would have a link to my Adobe Spark webpage. So that's how that works. Now, last thing I'm going to talk about is how to make a video. So again, you click the plus, and we go to video. And now I need to give it a title. So I'm just going to stick with that space theme, and let's say I was making a video about space. So I'm just going to call it space. We go to next. And this is also really nice. They give you templates. So based on what they're doing, they might want to choose something here, or you can just do something from scratch. So we'll just start from scratch. Now they have a tutorial, but I'm going to close out of this and just talk you through it. So just like we did with the other options, we have our themes that we can choose from, which is going to change what our font looks like and stuff. Right from the start, I can pick, so say I already had a short little video I wanted to embed here, I could upload a video from my computer, I can add text, I can add photos from my computer, or icons, which are little images that Adobe provides for you to use. Another nice thing is if I click this microphone, I can record my voice as I'm talking. So say I uploaded an image, but then I wanted to narrate it, I could do that. If you need to add more, you just click this plus, and then it would open up my next section. So like say I clicked icon, I can include some kind of space icon. And then, so like this is a moon, so I could put this here, and then again, like if I did narration, I could click this and narrate different facts about the moon. But those are the basics. Again, oh, one other thing, you can change how long it is, so you can have a clip go up to 10 seconds long or be as short as 1 second, and you can change what your layout looks like. So I could do full screen and something. I just have one thing. I could add like some kind of image and then add a caption down at the bottom, 2 different things. There really is a lot of flexibility with what you can do. And then when you're done, you could just click play, watch it. You could do preview to see what the finished product would look like. And then last thing, you can add music. So they have a bunch of different music for you to choose from if you want, and you can also actually add your own music if you wanted to, if you had a song you want to upload. So those are the basics of creating a video. Again, just like with the other two, you would click share, and then you can download the video and you have it to use however you want. And those are the basics of Adobe Spark.